So good morning to one and all. So today our topic is coming from the fifth unit. So that is the topic, the engine specifications with respect to the torque, speed, and number of cylinders, cooling system, and lubrication. So etc. etc. So these are the, it's a continuation topic. So what are the main common car specifications? Maybe explain in this in our today class. So have you ever been in a conversation with someone linked so closely to automobiles, or tried anybody? There must be a trial run by a car, but gave up because there must be what was the listed in the specifications list. We know it happens quite often, so we thought we would break down some commonly heard basic automotive engine plainly and simply as we could for you. So therefore, coming to the specifications and classifications in our engine. So the engine is the heart of the car. So the engine is the heart of the car. So this thing is already known by everybody, even though I want to say from the starting onward. So the engine is the heart of the car. So it is a machine that converts the power into monitor produces that the force that propels the vehicle into motion. So engines commonly see three types. So one is Miku Telusu, even though I want to say this is the automobile total engine. So here you can observe the engine body. So in this we are having total three types of engines. One is petrol, second one is diesel, and the third one is electric bike. So and hybrid is also coming in the present situation. So it is, these are the different types of engines, which is the sound a big engine makes. So ఏది ఇంజిన్ అనేది బాగా సౌండ్ అనేది తెప్పిస్తుంది నాన్న. So here you can observe a 2-cylinder and a 3-cylinders also. A 2-cylinder and a 3-cylinders also. So coming to this is the automobile history and the development. So this is the gas buggy and horse buggy and Ford car, and this is the next one is a 4-wheeler gas buggy. So this is the Mercedes-Benz. So that means from the starting onwards, so this is the gas buggy. Before that, okay, what is the starting one? So this is the horse buggy, and this is the okay. This is the horse buggy. This must be catch with the conversation. So you must be verify, cross check these two, right? So this is the 3-wheel gas buggy, and this is the 4-wheel gas buggy. So and this is the final content we are getting right now. This is the Mercedes-Benz. So in this way, our development has been going on in our automobile engineering. So coming to this automobile history and the development. So chudandamma, 10 years of history. First thing is horse buggy. After that, 1 HP gas buggy. After that, it may be converted into Carl Benz, which has been invented in 1885 and 1886. That is the Germany's first gas buggy with three wheels. you observed in our earlier classes. I have been shared in our screen. And next one is Daimler. So this is the four-wheeler vehicle. And next one is the Frank Duel. So this is invented in 1883. This is the first automobile in US, Charles and Frank Duel. And next one is Henry Ford in 1886 and T. Ford. So this is in 1908. So these are all the things which will be happened in our earlier automobile engineering, starting invention. So Detroit, it is maybe in 1990. So these are all the things identified in our automobile history and the development. So coming to this is the classification. So application, load capacity, number of wheels, axles, fuel used, transmission. So in this way, we have been divided this one into number of divisions, so classifications. So first one is passenger vehicles, that is the scooter, and goods. Next one is goods vehicle, that is the truck and tractor. So application batti classification anedi. Next special purpose vachapatiki ambulance, crane. So these are all the special purpose kinda vastayina. So coming to the load capacity, so this is the light transport vehicle, that is car, jeep, motorcycle. These are the light transport. And next heavy transportation, so that is the bus and truck. So number of wheels and axles, two-wheeler, four-wheeler, three-wheeler, and six-wheeler, and 8 or more. We can observe all these things. Two-wheelers is the best example for scooter or things. Three-wheelers are the gas buggy or whatever else, and four-wheelers are the cars or whatever else, buses, some 6 tires also, some 8 tires also. More than those are all the transporting vehicles we have been observed in our daily road transportation. So coming to the fuels used, one is petrol one, diesel, gas, and electric. At the starting in our class, I have been already discussed this thing. And the next thing is transmission. One is conventional, second one is semi-automatic, and the third one is automatic. So totally 3 types of transmissions we have been used in our automobile industry. So coming to this, these are the some more classifications. So totally 8 to 10 classifications we are having. So drives of the vehicle, so right hand, left hand, that is the Indian and American. So we are having a right hand driving, that is the Indian, whereas in American, whereas US or some other countries, there's people are using left hand driving. So that's why those people are coming to our Indian climate, just confusing the total traffic rules of our Indian climate. So next thing is the front wheel, that is the Maruti 800. So whereas nano car, we can observe this is the rear wheel. So all these things, all the wheels may be driving system, that is the Thar. So sports, luxury, and special purpose. This is the sports, luxury, and special purpose. Sports one is right. So here you can observe sports one is Lamborghini, that is one of the sports cars, and the next one is luxury, that is present Mercedes-Benz is the luxurious car, and whereas the special, that is the Escapers and bulldozers. Bulldozers means it will take a large load easily. It will carry a large load, a lot of load very easily. So coming to the suspension system, so this is the leaf spring truck, conventional, independent, and spring motor. These are the main classifications. So next thing is type of body system, that is closed car, open car. Open car we can observe this is in our sports car, and the special type, this is the estate car. So next thing with respect to make heavy vehicles, cars, and motorcycles. Right. So these are the classifications of automobiles. So this is the vehicle layout. You can observe here engine. So this is the engine part. We are giving the brief discussion about these things also. This is the axle, and this is the transmission system. Total, this is the transmission system, and next one is these are the drive shafts, right? So this is the main component: wheels, front and rear axle, power unit, propeller shaft, frame, transmission, universal joints, and brakes. These are the things. So these are the wheels. So this is the wheels, and this is the propeller shaft, and this is the front and rear axle, and this is the power unit, that is the engine cabinet, and this is the transmission system. So these are all the components. So these are the specifications of the vehicles. Coming to this, so specifications, here you can observe these are the specifications: engine, maximum power, torque, ground clearance, gearbox, suspension, tires, turning radius, length, width and height, wheelbase, brakes, clutch. సో ఇట్లా మీకు స్పెసిఫికేషన్స్ వచ్చేపాటికి ఈ విధంగా డివైడ్ అయి ఉంటుందమ్మా. సో మీకు ఇక్కడ వచ్చేపాటికి టెక్నాలజీని బట్టి, స్టైల్ని బట్టి, అలాగే కంఫర్ట్, కన్వీనియన్స్. సో మీకు ఇక్కడ కన్వీనియన్స్ చూసుకున్నట్లయితే హియర్ యూ కెన్ అబ్జర్వ్ పవర్ స్టీరింగ్, పవర్ విండోస్, central locking, front map pockets and utility spaces, keyless entry, remote fuel lid opener, rear wash and wipe, 12 volts charging point, voice messaging system, and the standard warranty. And coming to the comfort, AC, heater and demister, seating, center armset on second row seat. So these are the things presently comfort batti, style batti తీసుకుంటున్నాను. అలాగే టెక్నాలజీని బట్టి కూడా. టెక్నాలజీ మీన్స్ లోపల ఇంటర్నల్ గా మనం చేసుకునే ఫెసిలిటీస్. ఇంకా మీకు చెప్పాలి అంటే క్లియర్ గా ఇవన్నీ కూడా స్పెసిఫికేషన్స్ అంటే ఏంటంటే లోపల మీకు కంఫర్ట్ జోన్ అనేది క్రియేట్ చేసేదాన్ని మనం స్పెసిఫికేషన్స్ అని చెప్పుకోవచ్చు. సో ఇంజిన్ ఇమ్మొబిలైజర్, మైక్రో హైబ్రిడ్ సిస్టమ్, డ్రైవర్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ సిస్టమ్, డిజిటల్ క్లస్టర్, CD MP3 player, and coming to the style, exterior body graphics, ORVM and wheel caps, spare wheel cover, wood finish, central console. So these are the things we must identify in our specifications of the vehicles. So this is the chassis. So this is the automobile total chassis, construction of the chassis. Here you can observe wheels, axle shaft, steering, suspension system, engine, clutch, gearbox, universal joint, propeller shaft, final drive. So these are the total frameless. This is the frameless unit. I am just sharing our screen and parts of the automobile. So chassis means we already know that chassis is an carrying unit. Chassis is an carrying unit. Which is an we will calling in our French word. It's an French word. So and it is initially used to denote the frames and our main structure of the vehicle. So chassis mainly I want to say this is the thing. Chassis is the main support structure of the vehicle, which is also known as frame. Danni manam frame ani kuda cheppuntam nana. This is the main support structure, total structure అంతటికి కూడా అదే మెయిన్ థింగ్, సపోర్ట్ ఇస్తూ ఉంటుంది. ఇట్ బేర్స్ ఆల్ ద స్ట్రెసెస్ ఏమైతే ఉన్నాయో అంటే ఎక్కడైనా అప్ హిల్స్కి వెళ్ళినా లేదంటే అప్ అండ్ డౌన్స్ బంప్స్ మీద వెళ్ళినా దానిలో ఏమవుతుందంటే మనకి స్ట్రెసెస్ అనేవి డెవలప్ అవుతాయి. సో ఇట్ బేర్స్ అదంతా కూడా ఆ స్ట్రెసెస్ అలా డెవలప్ అయినవి అన్ని కూడాను ఆ వెహికల్ కి ఈ చాసిస్ అనేది సపోర్ట్ చేస్తుంది ఇన్ బోత్ విచ్ కండిషన్స్, ఇన్ బోత్ స్టాటిక్ అండ్ డైనమిక్ కండిషన్స్. సో ఇన్ ఎ వెహికల్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ద ఎనలాగస్ అండ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ స్కెలిటన్ ఎలాగా మనకి అలాగన్నట్టు ఇట్స్ సపోర్టింగ్ థింగ్, టోటల్ సపోర్టింగ్ వన్. అందుకనే మీకు నేను టోటల్ ఈ పార్ట్ మొత్తం అంతా కూడా మనం ఏమంటామంటే చాసిస్ అంటా ఉన్నాను, రైట్. సో మీకు ద ఆరిజిన్ ఆఫ్ ద చాసిస్ లైజ్ ఇన్ ద, మీకు ఎక్కడ నుంచి వచ్చిందంటే ఇదంతా కూడా మీకు ఫ్రెంచ్ వర్డ్, దట్ ఈస్ ద చాసిస్ అనే వర్డ్ వచ్చేపాటికి మీకు ఫ్రెంచ్ లాంగ్వేజ్ నుంచి. సో ఎవ్రీ వెహికల్ వెదర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎ 2-wheeler ఆర్ ఎ కార్ ఆర్ ఎ ట్రక్, ఇట్ మస్ట్ హ్యాస్ ఎ చాసిస్ ఫ్రేమ్. ప్రతి దానికి కూడా చాసిస్ ఫ్రేమ్ అనేది ఉంటుంది. సో ఇట్ ఆబ్వియస్లీ వ్యారీస్ విత్ ద వెహికల్ టైప్, ఒకదాని నుంచి ఒకటికి డిఫరెంట్ గా ఉంటుంది. బట్ ద ఫంక్షన్ కమింగ్ టు ద, మీకు ఇంజిన్ గురించి తెలుసుకునే ముందు చాసిస్ బాడీ గురించి, చాసిస్ మీన్స్ ద హోల్ థింగ్, ద హోల్ థింగ్ మొత్తం అంతటికి కూడా స్కెలిటన్ ఎలా అయితే మీకు సపోర్ట్ మన ఒంట్లో ఎలా అయితే ఉంటుందో ఇది కూడా అలాగనమాట. సో ఇట్ సపోర్ట్స్ అండ్ బేర్స్ ద లోడ్ ఆఫ్ ద వెహికల్. సో టోటల్ వెహికల్ యొక్క లోడ్ అంతా కూడా వాటి మీదే పడతా ఉంటుంది. అండ్ ఇట్ ప్రొవైడ్స్ ద స్పేస్ అండ్ మౌంటింగ్ లొకేషన్ ఫర్ వేరియస్ వెహికల్స్. అండ్ ఇట్ సపోర్ట్స్ ద వెయిట్ ఆఫ్ ద వేరియస్ సిస్టమ్స్ ఆఫ్ ద వెహికల్ సచ్ యాజ్ మీరు ఎలా చెప్పొచ్చు అంటే మేడం వెయిట్ ఏంటి అంటే ఇంజన్ వెయిట్ ఉంటుంది, ట్రాన్స్మిషన్ సిస్టమ్ వెయిట్ ఉంటుంది. సో ఇట్లాగా నంబర్ ఆఫ్ వెయిట్స్ అనేవి ఉంటాయి కదా. సో అదంతా కూడా దాని మీద పడినప్పుడు అది సపోర్ట్ చేస్తుంది. అలాగే మేడం ఇంకా మీకు లోడ్ ఎక్కడి నుంచి వస్తుంది అంటే సపోర్ట్స్ ఏ లోడ్ ఆఫ్ ద ప్యాసింజర్స్ యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ దే విల్ క్యారీ ఏ నంబర్ ఆఫ్ లగేజెస్. దే విల్ క్యారీ a number of luggages in our vehicle. Therefore the weight totally ఎక్కడికి వెళ్తుంది అదంతా కూడా మనం ఎంత వెయిట్ వేసినా కూడా మనం ఎక్కి కూర్చుంటాం. సో మన వెయిట్ కూడా దాని మీద పడతా ఉంటుంది. మనం నలుగురు కూర్చుంటాము, వాడు 4 సీటింగ్ అంటాడు, మనం ఎంతమంది కూర్చుంటాం 5 సీటింగ్, ఈవెన్ కొంతమంది అయితే 7 సీటింగ్, కొంతమంది ఇంకా నొక్కి పెళ్లిళ్ళకి వాటికి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు దే విల్ క్యారీ నంబర్ ఆఫ్ పీపుల్స్ అట్ ఎ సింగిల్ వెహికల్. సో ద లోడ్ మే బి ఎక్కడ పడుతుందంటే ద టోటల్ లోడ్ మే బి అట్ ది chassis body, chassis frame, right? So which withstands the stresses. Aim chestundante it withstands the stresses as well as the luggage. So luggage ni gaani stresses ni gaani and bad road conditions ni gaani denaina sare ఇది వచ్చేపాటికి withstand అవుతుంది ఆ కండిషన్స్ లో కూడా. సో అండ్ అట్ ది సేమ్ టైం బ్రేకింగ్ సడన్ బ్రేక్ వేసినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందంటే దేర్ మస్ట్ బి ఏ లోడ్ మే బి అప్లైడ్ ఆన్ ద టోటల్ ఎంటైర్ చాసిస్ బాడీ. సో అండ్ ద యాక్సిలరేషన్ అంటే మీకు టర్నింగ్ తిప్పినప్పుడు కానీ, సడన్ గా రైజ్ చేసినప్పుడు కానీ, లేదంటే హై స్పీడ్ లో వెళ్తున్నప్పుడు కానీ, లేదంటే గన మీకు ఎలాగంటే అప్ హిల్స్ వెళ్తున్నప్పుడు కానీ ఆ లోడ్ అంతా ఎక్కడ పడుతుందంటే చాసిస్ మీద పడుతుంది. సో అట్లాంటప్పుడు ద చాసిస్ విల్ ప్రొవైడ్ ద టోటల్ బాడీ, రైట్? సో మీకేంటంటే ఇందులో సో దిస్ ఈస్ ద కన్వెన్షనల్. సో కన్వెన్షనల్ చాసిస్ వచ్చేప్పటికి కార్, టాటా ట్రక్, అండ్ సెమీ ఫార్వర్డ్ చాసిస్ వచ్చేప్పటికి పికప్, అండ్ ఫుల్ ఫార్వర్డ్ వచ్చేప్పటికి బస్ చాసిస్. మీకు ఇలాగా క్లాసిఫికేషన్ అంటే కంట్రోల్ బట్టి ఆ క్లాసిఫికేషన్ ఆఫ్ ద చాసిస్ అనేది డివైడ్ అయి ఉంటుంది, రైట్? సో దిస్ ఈస్ ద ఫస్ట్ థింగ్, దిస్ ఈస్ ద కన్వెన్షనల్ చాసిస్. సో దిస్ ఈస్ ద కన్వెన్షనల్ చాసిస్ అండ్ ద సెకండ్ వన్ ఈస్ ద semi forward chassis, and third one is the bus chassis. So ilaga manaki 3 types of classifications అనేవి మనకి ఉంటుంది. So according to the fitting of engines, we are having engine at the front and engine fitted at center and engine fitted at back. So ఇందులో కూడా 3 types ఉంటాయి. సో చూసుకోండి అమ్మా. నంబర్ ఆఫ్ వీల్స్ ఇందులో వచ్చేపాటికి మీకు నంబర్ ఆఫ్ వీల్స్ ని బట్టి కూడా 4x2 and 4x4, 6x2 and 6x4, and wheel base వచ్చేప్పటికి లాంగ్ వీల్ బేస్ అనేది ఎక్కడ ఉంటుంది అని చెప్పాను కదా మీకు నేను ఆల్రెడీ. సో కమింగ్ టు ద ఫ్రేమ్ ఆర్ అండర్ బాడీ. సో ఇది వచ్చేప్పటికి అండర్ బాడీ ఈజ్ ద మెయిన్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద చాసిస్. సో ఫ్రేమ్ అనే పాటికి మీకు ఇక్కడ విచ్ ద పార్ట్స్ ఆర్ మౌంటెడ్. పార్ట్స్ అన్నిటిని కూడా అంటే మీకు ఇంకా క్లియర్ గా చెప్పాలి అంటే ఏ వెహికల్ ఫ్రేమ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఆల్సో నోన్ యాజ్ చాసిస్ అనే చెప్పుకోవాలి. బట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ద మెయిన్ సపోర్టింగ్ స్ట్రక్చర్ ఆఫ్ ద మోటార్ వెహికల్ టు విచ్ ఆల్ అదర్ కాంపోనెంట్స్ ఆర్ అటాచ్డ్ అండ్ కంపారబుల్ టు ది. అది కూడా అంతేనమ్మా స్కెలిటన్ తోటే. సో ద మెయిన్ ఇందులో మీకు మెయిన్ ఫంక్షన్ వచ్చేపాటికి ఇట్ విల్ సపోర్ట్ ద వెహికల్ మెకానికల్ కాంపోనెంట్స్ అండ్ ది బాడీ, అండ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ మేడప్ ఆఫ్ స్టీల్. సో మనకి ఫ్రేమ్స్ గురించి వచ్చేపాటికి ఇదిగోండి మీకు ఫంక్షన్. వాట్ ఈస్ ద మెయిన్ ఫంక్షన్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫ్రేమ్ అనే దానికి ఇక్కడ క్లాసిఫికేషన్స్ ఇచ్చుకుంటూ వచ్చాను చూడండి. The main function is it will support the mechanical components of the body. That means it will support the chassis components అంటే మొత్తం మెకానికల్ ఇంజిన్ పార్ట్స్ కానీ అన్నిటిని కూడా మనము చాసిస్ కాంపోనెంట్స్ అంటాము. ఆ చాసిస్ కాంపోనెంట్స్ మనం మెకానికల్ కాంపోనెంట్స్ అని కూడా అనుకోవచ్చు. వాటన్నిటికీ సపోర్టింగ్ సిస్టమ్ ఏంటి? ఫ్రేమ్. And it will deal the static and dynamic loads without any deflection or distortion. So this is the thing happening in our frame. So and next thing is what load acting on frame. Load అలాగా యాక్ట్ అవుతుంది. These may include అలాగా చెప్పుకోవాలంటే weight of the body, passengers and cargo loads. And next thing is vertical and torsional twisting transmitted by going over uneven surfaces, right? And ఇంకొకటి ఏంటంటే transverse lateral forces caused by road conditions, side wind and steering of the vehicle. And next వచ్చేప్పటికి torque from the engine and the transmission, and longitudinal tensile forces from starting and acceleration, as well as the compression from braking. So sudden impacts from collision. So these are the different types of supports which may be provide to all the things. And next వచ్చేప్పటికి మీకు, so these are the types of frames. Types of frames వచ్చేప్పటికి we are having steel sections, C-channel, box sections and tubular sections. సో దీనికంటే కూడా ఇంకా మీకు క్లారిటీగా చెప్పాలి అంటే ladder frame, ladder type frame అంటాం నాన్న, మీకు జనరల్ గా బయట తెలవాలంటే ladder type, X type, offset frame, offset with cross member frame and perimeter frame. So these are the things, number of classifications. So this is the conventional frame. Non-loading carrying frame. Here loads on the vehicles are transmitted to the suspensions by frame, and body work is made up of material like wood and completely isolated from the frame deflection with the help of rubber mounting. So this type of frame is not suited to resist torsion. So this is the semi-integral frame. Here you can observe this one. So this is the semi-integral frame, and this is the integral frame. So as compared to semi-integral, integral frame is then frameless. This is an frameless. Nowadays we are using in most of our cars. So no frame. All the assembly units are attached to the directly to the body. So due to elimination of the long frame, it is cheaper. So only disadvantage is its repairing is difficult. Its repairing is difficult. So vehicle body, coming to our vehicle body. So here, so for structure of the vehicle, so that is the body plus chassis, we will get the vehicle. So made up of number of steel pressing components, steel pressing parts. So how many parts we are having in our vehicle? Almost 1500 parts. So body is connected to the chassis at numerous points, rubber or felt strips. So basic requirements of the body is lightweight, cheap and ease in fabrication, and less components, aerodynamic property, and good access to engine and suspension. So this is the vehicle body. So example వచ్చేప్పటికి మీకు closed car provision of luggage space, closed bus, open truck rear panel for loading and unloading, use of welded attachments to body. So these are the types of vehicle bodies. So you will observe here types of vehicle bodies. So this is the Ford Figo. You can observe here, right? So here you can observe types of vehicle bodies. Types of vehicle bodies. One is sorry. So first one is two-door sedan, and the second one is convertible. Sorry, 4-door, and the third one is convertible. You can observe here. Fourth one is van. Fifth one is truck, and sixth one is truck half body. Seventh one is truck platform type. Eighth one is truck with this is a trailer, articulated trailer, and ninth one is tanker. 10th one is dumper truck. 11th one is jeep, and 12th one is pickup, and 13th one is station wagon. So these are the different types of bodies for various vehicles. So these are the things. we observed in our vehicle bodies. So you can observe here. So this is the hatchback, and these are the sports cars. You can observe here. So this is the hatchback. This is the sports car, 4-door sedan, and this is the hardtop convertible limousine, pickup truck, van, micro, nano, or electric bike, and mini trucks. So these are all the different types of vehicle bodies we are observing in our roads, right? Coming to the material of the frame. So material of the frame వచ్చేప్పటికి steel అని చెప్పుకున్నాము. So for pressed frame, mild steel, carbon steel, nickel alloy steel. So these are the percentages you have to observe here. Carbon is 0.25 to 0.35%, whereas the manganese. So these are the percentage of the different materials in the steel. So manganese వచ్చేప్పటికి 0.35 to 0.75%. Silicon 0.3% maximum. So that is the maximum value of the silicon we are adding. And the nickel. So and nickel వచ్చేప్పటికి 3%, and phosphorus 0.05% maximum, and sulfur 0.5% maximum. So side member steel specifications. These are the specifications, and materials used for frame brackets. These are the specifications. So I will share the total PPT for you people. So mild steel plate వచ్చేప్పటికి carbon వచ్చేప్పటికి 0.15 to 0.20 carbon steel plate. So ఇట్లాగా different classifications. So these are all the frame materials and compositions of the frame materials, right? So coming to this drive train and transmission. So here you will observe clutches, single plate, multi plate, cone, diaphragm. So flywheel, electromagnetic, vacuum operated, gearbox, sliding mesh. So these are all the things we have been observed in our earlier classes also. So this is the function of the transmission system. So this is it is used to transmit engine torque to the driving wheels to drive the vehicle on the road. So what is the main purpose of the clutch? So it is a mechanism that transmits the rotary motion of one shaft to the other, whose axis is coincident with that of the first. So requirements of the clutch is torque transmission, gradual engagement, and heat dissipation, dynamic balancing, vibration damping, size, inertia, and pedal play. So these are the clutch terms. Engaging and disengaging already we have been discussed in our earlier classes about the clutch also. Clutch disengaging means the clutch is disengaged when the starting of the engine and shifting the gear ni shift చేసినప్పుడు కూడా engage అవుతుంది, disengage అవుతుంది నాన్న. Next, stopping the vehicle and idling the total vehicle. That means the engine. So clutch engaging means clutch pedal is released. So types of clutches: positive clutch, friction clutch. So these are all the different types of clutches we have been already. So this is the friction clutch, the friction surface. So this is the cone clutch. So what are the main advantages? Large normal surface acting on the surfaces than the axial force. Coming to the disadvantage, difficult to disengage inner cone, that is the less than 20 degrees. Unavoidable axial movement of inner cone. So this is the second single plate clutch. So these are the components in our clutch plate. So primary and secondary. In our primary components, flywheel, clutch disc, pressure plate, release bearing. So these are the primary components. And coming to the secondary components, pilot bearing, release fork, and slave cylinder. These are the secondary components. And this is the multi-plate clutch. So here we are observing flywheel, friction lining, pressure plate, ring, clutch pedal, fulcrum pin, splines, clutch shaft, and bearing. So these are all the multi-plate clutch. So this is the diaphragm spring type single plate clutch. So these are all the clutches. This is the throughout bearing. So that is the release bearing. Slides on Slides on transmission input shaft bearing retainer. So this is so no need. So already about all these things we have been completed. So coming to this is the flywheel. So this is the flywheel, fluid flywheel, rotary and vortex flow. Here you can observe fluid coupling. Here you can observe the fluid coupling also. Electric fan connected. So function of a gearbox, the torque ratio between the engine and the wheel to be varied for rapid acceleration and for climbing gradient. So it provides means of reversal of vehicle motion. So the transmission can be disconnected from engine by neutral position of gearbox. So the necessary of the gearbox is in an automobile is variation of resistance. So the variation, wherever the variation means of variation means it's an resistance to speed. Simply, it's an resistance to speed. So mainly the variation of the tractive effort at various speeds. ఇంకా మీకు గేర్ బాక్స్ గురించి ఇంకా క్లియర్ గా చెప్పాలి అంటే it provides speed and torque conversions because of the limitations of internal combustion engines. So all facilities, change of direction of output shaft for reversing, and gearboxes are used to reduce load on the engine by manipulating the torque and speed. They have the option, it is the main option to select one of the several different gear ratios. So gear ratio మారినప్పుడల్లా మనకి ఈ ట్రాక్టివ్ ఫోర్స్ ఎఫర్ట్ వలన వేరియస్ స్పీడ్స్ అనేది మనకు కంట్రోల్ అవుతూ ఉంటాయి. సో టోటల్ రెసిస్టెన్స్ వచ్చేపాటికి రెసిస్టెన్స్ డ్యూ టు విండ్, రెసిస్టెన్స్ డ్యూ టు గ్రేడియంట్ అండ్ మిస్సెలేనియస్. సో this is the graphical view you can observe. This is the transmission necessity, first gear, second gear, third gear, and the top gear. So totally we are having the traction and resistance force, and with respect to the speed, the graph may be shared at our screen. So this is the types of transmissions: sliding mesh gear, contact mesh gear with positive dog clutch, contact mesh gear with synchro mesh device. Types of devices, types of transmissions. So sliding mesh gearbox, this is the sliding mesh gearbox. This is the contact mesh gearbox, and this is the synchro mesh gearbox. Please all of you mute yourself. So two people are added just right now in our class at last 5 minutes. So this is the engagement of direct gear in synchro mesh gearbox. So this is the engagement of direct gear. So this is the epicyclic gear train. So epicyclic or planetary gearing is a gear system consisting of one or more outer gears or planet gears revolving about a central or sun gear. Typically, the planet gears are mounted on a reversible and mounted arm or carrier, which itself may rotate relative to the sun gear. Epicyclic gear systems also incorporate the use of an outer ring gear or annulus, which meshes with the planet gear. So this is the planetary gear system. So this is the torque converter. Okay, so this is the torque converter. So here you can observe stator, turbine, and the impeller. So these are the main things. So here you can observe converter housing, direction of the oil flow, one-way clutch, transmission input shaft, transmission case, engine crankshaft, engine flywheel. So these are the main conversion system you can observe in our engine. So this is the pulley based CVT. So this is whenever the speed increases and speed decreases. You can observe here. So this is the belt design. Pulleys, V-belt, steel band, thin high strength metal. So this is made up of thin high strength metal. So this is the belt design. So this is the variator assembly. So this is the free wheel. So free wheel means driving member and driven member. So this is the free wheel unit. Here you are having three sets. So this is the overdrive. This is the overdrive line diagram. So you can observe carrier, free wheel clutch, output shaft, sun gear, input shaft, so a ring. So cutway view of the overdrive you are observing here on our screen. So this is the direct drive and the overdrive. This is the propeller shaft. This is the propeller shaft, universal joint, propeller shaft, slip joint. This is the thing you can observe. This is a line diagram, and this is the line diagram. This is the actual propeller shaft we will observe in our engine, right? So what is the propeller shaft? It will withstand torsional load, and it will well balance to avoid welding at high speed. Steel. It is made up of aluminum, steel, or composite material. And coming to the universal joint, it accounts up and down motion of the rear axle. And coming to the slip joint, it adjusts the length of the propeller shaft, right? So propeller shaft, it will use the welding effect. So it will increase the so it will increase in diameter, and critical speed is inversely proportional to square of length of shaft and divided shaft with internal bearing. So this is the this is the universal joint you can observe here. Already we have been drawn in our machine drawing also. So this is the universal joint. You just draw a line diagram, the total universal joint, but here you can observe the joint which may be dismantled, right? So coming to this, this is the universal coupling. This is also have been drawn in our machine drawing classes or production drawing classes. So constant velocity joint. This is the constant velocity joint. So axle shaft. This is the constant velocity joint, and this is the axle shaft. Axial shaft means it will transmit the power from inner to outer CV joint. This will be happened in our axial shaft. Axial తెలుస్తుంది. Axial అంటే రెండు టైర్ల మధ్యలో ఉండే ఆ రాడ్ ని మనం axial అంటాం. So inner joint, outer joint, differential. So here you can observe this is the constant velocity joint. So this is the exploded view, the total view. ఇది dismantling. So దీనిలో ఏమేమి ఉంటాయి? outer race, inner race, ball cage, circlip, balls, ball bearing, and next boot clamp, circlip groove, and drive shaft. So here you can observe the exploded view. Zeppo joint. This is the Zeppo joint. This will be exploded view. So sub axle, ball, outer race, case, half case, flights to axle shaft, inner race. So this is the tripod joint. Here, this is the tripod joint inner lining. So you can observe tripod housing, roller, spider, and shaft. So we will discuss our final joint in our next class. So all of you, please join within the time. So some people, okay. Anyway, thank you